I love the energy in the room tonight, and like to welcome everybody. My name is Bo Gutzweiler, and I'm the president of the Friends Foundation. We appreciate your support of the Glendora Public Library and the Friends Foundation, and glad that you could join us for a great afternoon of fun and trivia. It's our 28th year of hosting this event, so we're glad you be part of that. I think it's really awesome that the City Council, the library trustees, and then an organization like the Friends Foundation all value what the library is to our community, and we all pitch in to support it and make it a gem of Glendora. Last year, it was an interesting stat that I learned from Janet Stone. She said, citing a study, that more people visited public libraries than went to the movies last year. That's good. That's a great stat, Janet. So what did that mean for, what was Glendora's part in that? More than 260,000 people came through the doors of our library. And so that's pretty amazing, and we're very proud of our library, and that's why we're here tonight. So let's get the events going. I'd like to introduce the trivia chairpersons, Joe Cena and Kathy Boyer.
Okay, without further ado, let's start with some fun. And I'd like to introduce our Master of Ceremonies this afternoon, Mr. Todd Launchbaugh.
Okay, so we're going to let the games begin. Cindy, let's start with the first team.
Our first team up tonight is Athens Services.
Hello, Team Athens. I'm Anthony.
My name is Gemma.
My name's Bob.
Okay, welcome, guys. Our first question for you. You got right, actually. So congratulations. I said just get past this. So our first question is characters. Who had a BFF teddy bear named Winnie the Pooh?
Christopher Robin.
Coming up next, we have Authentic Escrow.
I'm Julie from Authentic Escrow.
Blaine Lambertson. Greg Henderson.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Animals and other living things. What type of animal in Stephen King's novel is the terrifying Cujo?
No idea. I'm a wolf.
The answer is a dog. Specifically, it was a St. Bernard, for those of you who needed to know that.
Coming up next, we have Azusa Pacific University.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm DeRay. I'm Rebecca. I'm Kayla.
Good afternoon. Your first question under the category Let Me Entertain You. What does the abbreviation R&B stand for in music?
Rhythm and blues.
Coming up next, we have Crestwood Communities.
Dave Wicke.
Jonathan Crawshaw.
Debbie Pierce, playing against my husband on Implant a Smile.
Welcome. Our category is food for thought. What is Japanese sake made from?
Rice.
Thank you.
Just a reminder for everyone out there, if you're discussing the answers and I can hear you, so can they. And you might be giving away the answer, so keep it quiet. Our next team up is from Foothill Christian Schools.
I'm Bo Gutzweiler, and my trivia nickname is Weak Link.
I'm Sue. I'm Kelsey.
Welcome. Okay, our category is song lyrics. According to Hanna-Barbera, who is the modern Stone Age family?
The Flintstones.
Up next, we have the Glaze Merrick family.
We're the Glaze Merrick family, playing on behalf of Janet Glaze. My name is Ian.
Carlos Campos.
Brady Merrick.
Welcome, guys. Okay, our category is STEM to STEAM. What is the common name for ascorbic acid?
Vitamin C.
Thank you.
Up next, we have the Glendora Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, I'm Bud.
I'm Richard.
And Chris.
Welcome, guys. Our category is odds and ends. What is the centuries-old art of clipping hedges into various ornamental shapes traditionally called?
Topiary.
Yes. Also inexpensive gardening.
Coming up next, we have the Glendora City Council.
I'm Judy.
We're not used to getting cheered when we're up here. Gary Boyer.
Michael.
These are the people that make all the decisions in our city. These are the characters. Our category is characters. We have 3 of them.
How appropriate.
Yeah. Stephen King's character, It, is an evil character that preys on children in Derry, Maine. It goes unnoticed by adults, but appears to children as what dancing clown?
Todd Launchbaugh.
The category was characters. You were half right.
Coming up next, we have the Glendora Education Foundation.
I'm Robin. Sherry.
And Travis.
Welcome, guys. Our category is on the map. In addition to the Alps, what country is famous for chocolate, banks, and watches?
Switzerland.
I would have also accepted every country my wife's been to.
Coming up next, we have the Glendora Kiwanians.
True answer.
Margie Henderson.
Linda Price.
Sharon McConnell.
Welcome, ladies. Our category is Let Me Entertain You. In what Marvel Comics motion picture do the characters salute Wakanda Forever throughout the film?
We don't know. Spider-Man.
I don't think we we don't show the answers.
There it is.
Oh, there we do, yeah. I don't think I can see that far. Okay.
Coming up next, we have Havens Malzinski Grigola Law Firm.
I'm Curtis Havens.
Patty Havens.
Greg Havens.
Welcome, guys. Our category is on the map. What is the name of Elvis Presley's mansion in Memphis, Tennessee?
Graceland.
Coming up next, we have implantasmile.com.
Hey, my name's Sean.
Macaline.
Conrad Pierce.
Welcome. Our category is Real People. The authorized 1989 biography written by Retta Grimsley Johnson, appropriately titled Good Grief, was the story of what American cartoonist?
Charles Schultz.
Coming up next, we have In-N-Out Burger.
I'm Tom.
I'm Brian.
My name is Ricky.
Welcome, guys. Our category is Real People. What was the name of Ivan IV, Tsar of Russia in the 16th century? What was the nickname? I'm sorry.
Double.
Ivan the Terrible, not to be confused with Laura the Terrible.
Coming up next, we have the Kiwanis Club of Glendora.
I'm Karen. Chris.
John.
Welcome, guys. Our category is food for thought. What expensive mushroom is found with the help of specially trained dogs and pigs?
Truffles.
Coming up next, we have Marie Calendars.
Hi, I'm Mia.
Darren.
I'm Emma.
Welcome. Our category is pen to paper. Who were the 18th century siblings who collected and published German and other European folk tales?
Hansel and Gretel.
The Brothers Grimm.
Coming up next, we have RG Business Insurance Agency.
Becky Collins.
Larry Luevinus.
Monica Lazo.
Welcome. Our category is Let Me Entertain You. Winter is coming is one family's motto in what book series and television series?
Okay. I'm going to say the Chronicles of Narnia.
Chronicles of Narnia. Close. Game of Thrones. By close, I mean exactly the opposite.
Coming up next, we have the Rotary Club of Glendora.
Dennis Franklin.
Archie Clarizio.
Dennis Beckwith, and we're Glendora Rotary.
This is the Rotary Club team? Oh, yeah, here, let me just give you the answer.
That's right.
Okay. Our category today is Real People. What social group invites women of all ages to participate, but those under the age of 50 must wear pink and lavender?
Red Hat Society.
Who else is embarrassed that they knew that answer? Yes, I'm embarrassed.
Coming up next, we have Shepherd's Pantry.
Marianne Bohr.
Jason Mullen.
Larry Weiner.
Good afternoon, guys. Our category is sports and leisure. From what material are hockey pucks made?
Rubber.
Up next, we have the team from Southland Properties.
I'm Beth from San Diego for Southland Properties.
Lori Jean from Glendora.
Ronnie Fernandez from Southline.
Welcome, guys. Our category is song lyrics. Just like the ones I used to know is what Bing Crosby dreams of every year. What is it?
White Christmas.
And to round out our first round, we have the team from Visiting Angels.
I'm Andrew Delicious.
I'm Caitlin. And my name's Katie.
Welcome. Our category is food for thought. What is the name of the green horseradish that is commonly served with sushi?
Wasabi.
And with that, we have reached the end of our first round with 20 teams still in the game. Woohoo! To start off our second round, we have the team from Athens Services.
I recognize you guys from earlier. Okay. Our category is odds and ends. Spectator, jelly, mule, and earth are all types of what?
Worms?
Shoes. Also, I think they're yoga positions.
Up next, we have the team from Authentic Escrow.
Sports and leisure. Soldier Field is the home to what NFL team?
Chicago Bears.
Yes, thank you. Coming up next, we have Azusa Pacific University.
Okay, our category is odds and ends. Carnival, depression, and milk are all types of what?
Beverages.
Antique glass.
Up next, we have Crestwood Communities.
Welcome back. On the map, a giant statue of what American folk hero and his sidekick can be found in Bemidji, Minnesota?
Paul Bunyan.
Up next, we have the team from Foothill Christian Schools.
Let me entertain you. What important household item was missing from the Brady Bunch television house set because it was considered too crude to show on screen?
The toilet?
Correct.
Up next, we have the Glaze Merrick family.
Our category is on the map. The historical region of Transylvania is located in what modern country?
Romania.
Up next, the Glendora Chamber of Commerce.
Our category is real people. How do we better know musician legend Farouk Fred Busara?
Is that Freddie Mercury?
Next up, the Glendora City Council.
On the map, Casablanca is in what country?
Morocco.
That's a softball.
Up next, the Glendora Education Foundation.
Okay, our category is food for thought. What nut is used to make marzipan?
Almond.
Coming up next, the Glendora Kiwanians.
Our category is characters. What is the name of the captain of the submarine in Jules Verne's novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
Nemo.
Up next, we have HMG Law Firm.
Welcome back. Our category is odds and ends. What is the name of the goddess of love in Greek mythology?
Aphrodite.
Coming up, implantasmile.com.
Our category is Let Me Entertain You. Who directed the 1994 feature film Pulp Fiction?
Clinton Tarantino.
Up next, In-N-Out.
Our category is STEM to STEAM. What comprises the layer in the stratosphere that protects us from the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays?
The ozone layer.
In the 70s, that was my mom.
Coming up, the Kiwanis Club of Glendora.
Our category is animals and other living things. What is the name of the dog wolf canine found in Australia that has a yodel-type howl instead of a bark?
A dingo.
Coming up next, Marie Callender's.
Our category is real people. Sandra Dee played her in the 1959 film, and Sally Field played her on television. Who is this titular character based on the real-life Malibu surfing adventures of Kathy Kohner Zuckerman?
Pass. And with that, please put your hands together as we say goodbye to Marie Callender. Up next, we have RG Business Insurance Agency.
Let me entertain you. Where differences are celebrated, family is cherished, and dreams take flight describes what classic Disney story?
We think it's every Disney story.
And with that, please put your hands together as we say goodbye to the RG Business Insurance Agency. Up next, the Rotary Club of Glendora.
Okay, you guys remember the answer I gave to her? Okay, good. Pen to paper. In a well-known poem by Edward Lear, who says to the owl, "Oh, let us be married, too long have we tarried"?
The cat.
Coming up next, Shepherd's Pantry.
Welcome back. Our category is sports and leisure. Tony Hawk is known in the world of professional what?
Skateboarding.
Up next, we have Southland Properties.
Welcome back, characters. That's our category. What is the name of Dr. Seuss's kind-hearted elephant who endures a good amount of ridicule but never loses faith?
Horton.
Up next is Visiting Angels.
Our category is pen to paper. What author has sparked joy by writing books on the subject of decluttering, such as the life-changing magic of tidying up?
Marie Kondo.
With that, we have reached the end of our second round with 18 teams still in the game. And we're just going to go ahead and get started with Athens Services.
Forgot why I was here, so welcome back, guys. Okay, our category is song lyrics. Fat kids, skinny kids, kids who climb on rocks, tough kids, sissy kids, even kids with chicken pox love what?
Armor hot dogs.
Great.
Coming up next, we have Authentic Escrow.
Our category is sports and leisure. Which team will make the first touchdown, or who will win the coin toss, are two examples of what kind of novelty bet?
Not sure the name of the bet, but we know it has to do with overtime.
It's a prop bet or a proposition bet.
And with that, please put your hands together as we say goodbye to Authentic Escrow. Up now, we have the team from Azusa Pacific University.
Thank you, Cindy. Real people. How do we better know singer-songwriter Richard Starkey?
Absolutely no idea.
And with that, please put your hands together as we say goodbye to Azusa Pacific University. Coming up next, we have Crestwood Communities.
Our category is food for thought. What song, which became a top 10 single by the New Seekers in 1972, was originally written as a jingle for Coca-Cola?
I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony.
That was definitely, judges, that was not in perfect harmony.
Coming up next, Foothill Christian Schools.
Let me entertain you. Who is the television writer and producer who gave us many 1970s sitcoms such as All in the Family, Maude, The Jeffersons, and One Day at a Time?
Norman Lear.
Up next, the Glaze Merrick family.
Our category is food for thought. Who was the 16th century French Benedictine monk who made important contributions to the production and quality of champagne wine?
Of course. Frangelico.
Dom Perignon. Hey. Okay.
Coming up now, we have the Glendora Chamber of Commerce.
Our category is sports and leisure. Yellow, green, red polka dot, and white jerseys worn by participants in what sport represent the day's best competitor with accumulated points in each of the 4 categories?
Tour de France bicycle racing.
Coming up now, we have the Glendora City Council.
Our category is pen to paper. 2019's Lessons from Lucy identifies an old dog's life lessons for happiness and was written by what Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist and author?
We're done.
Please put your hands together as we say goodbye
Dave
to the
Barry.
Glendora City Council. Glendora Education Foundation's coming up next.
Our category is sports and leisure. What is the name of the newly revised iconic board game which celebrates innovative women and pays them more than men?
Newly revised life.
In that game, every player is always right.
Up now, we have the Glendora Kiwani Ants.
True. I read what's written. Our category is odds and ends. What corporation named itself for the Greek goddess of speed, strength, and victory?
Nike.
I literally thought that was Greek for swoosh.
Up next, we have HMG Law Firm.
Okay, we can't go too much farther. I didn't read past this. So. Okay, song lyrics. They're cousins. They're two of a kind. Was part of the theme song from a 1960s television series featuring identical twin cousins who played both characters.
Patty Duke.
Coming up next, we have implantasmile.com.
Okay, our category is pen to paper. What is the title of the novel by Delia Owens, who tells the story of the Marsh girl who lives on the coast of North Carolina?
Color purple?
One more time for the judge.
Color purple?
Where the Crawdads Sing is the answer.
Coming
I
up
knew
next,
that.
we have
I knew.
In-N-Out Burger.
Our category is characters. What are the first and middle names of Orson Welles' character in Citizen Kane?
Pass.
His first name was Charles II Foster.
With that, please put your hands together as we say goodbye to In-N-Out Burger. Coming up next, we have Kiwanis Club of Glendora.
Yay!
Woo!
Is Kiwanis Club? Oh,
Kiwanis
that's
Club.
wrong. They can sit down? No, just kidding. Okay, let me entertain you. What British pop singer is best known to us for her chart-topping duet with Elton John, Don't Go Breaking My Heart?
Kiki D.
Up next, we have the Rotary Club of Glendora.
Our category is STEM to STEAM. Specifically, what is the hardest substance in the human body?
Calcium.
Tooth enamel. My wife was whispering in the back that it's my head. I could see her from here.
Coming up next, we have Shepherd's Pantry.
Our category is pen to paper. Who is the Welsh novelist who authored two book series, one called the Kingsbridge Books and the other called the Century Trilogy?
Alexander? Lloyd Alexander?
The answer is Ken Follett.
Coming up next, we have Southland Properties.
Our category is STEM to STEAM. These moons of Uranus, Oberon, Titiana, Ariel, Miranda, and Rosalind are named after characters from what writer?
Shakespeare.
Up next, we have Visiting Angels.
Our category is animals and other living things. As an homage to nature's engineers, what did Caltech choose as its mascot?
Beavers.
And with that, we have reached the end of our third round. We have 14 teams still in the game. To start off our fourth round, we have the team from Athens Services.
Our category is on the map. As a result of long isolation, it is estimated that 75 to 90% of all animals found on what island can be found nowhere else on Earth?
New Zealand?
The answer is Madagascar.
And with that, please put your hands together as we say goodbye to Athens Services. Up next, we have Crestwood Communities.
Welcome back. Our category is food for thought. What green vegetable is sometimes called lady's fingers?
Asparagus?
The answer is okra.
Okra? Ew!
Hey, they have their own television network.
Coming up next, we have Foothill Christian Schools.
Our category is animals and other living things. Leatherback, hawksbill, flatback, and loggerhead are all types of what?
Ducks?
Sea turtles. Also, I think men's hats.
Coming up next, we have the Glaze Merrick family.
Our category is STEM to STEAM. Which 4 vitamins are fat-soluble vitamins?
Sure, go for it. Do you have any idea? Go ahead.
Huh?
Sure.
A, E, B, and C.
None of them found in beer. A, D, E, and K.
And with that, please put your hands together as we say goodbye to the Glaze Merrick family. Up next, we have the Glendora Chamber of Commerce.
Our category is real people. Known for her work during the Crimean War, who was the lady with the lamp?
Florence Nightingale.
Coming up next, we have the Glendora Education Foundation.
Our category is sports and leisure. Ralphie the Buffalo is the live team mascot at what university?
Seriously, come on. Travis, this is
New York University.
University of Colorado, the Buffs.
And with that, please put your hands together as we say goodbye to the Education Foundation. Up next, we have the Glendora Kiwanians.
Our category is characters. In the 2019 film Racing in the Rain, what actor voices the philosophical dog named Enzo?
Another one we don't know. Robert Downey Jr.
Answer is Kevin Costner.
And with that, please put your hands together as we say goodbye to the Glendora Kiwanians. Up next, we have HMG Law Firm.
Our category is song lyrics. What is the answer to all of Bob Dylan's questions?
Blowing in the wind.
Thank you, my friends.
Coming up next, implantasmile.com.
Our category is STEM to STEAM. My very excellent mother just served us 9 pizzas. MVEMJSUNP is an example of what is an example of a mnemonic device used to remember what?
The order of the planets.
Up next is the Kiwanis Club of Glendora.
Our category is sports and leisure. What German boxer and self-defense instructor believed that mental and physical health are interrelated, so he designed an exercise method that he first called contrology?
Max Schmeling.
Joseph Pilates.
Up next, we have the Rotary Club of Glendora.
Okay, our category, softball, our category, odds and ends. In Frank Baum's novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, on which the film is based, what color are Dorothy's slippers?
Ruby red.
The answer is silver. The film was colorized.
Yes.
Sorry, many of you aren't as old as I am.
And with that, please put your hands together as we say goodbye to the Rotary Club of Glendora.
If anybody needs Tom and Cheryl's
Coming
home address,
up next, we have Shepherd's
after that
Pantry.
question. Okay, welcome back. Our category is Let Me Entertain You. What parody song did Alan Sherman write using the music from Ponticelli's opera Dance of the Hours?
Hello, Mutta. Hello, Fada.
Also known as the Camp Granada song, for those of you who are Dr. Domeno fans from back in the day.
Up next, we have the team from Southland Properties.
Our category is characters. How do we better know the two comic book characters, Barbara Gordon and Catherine Kate Kane?
Betty and Veronica.
Batgirl and Batwoman.
Coming up next, we have the team from Visiting Angels.
Our category is sports and leisure. Who was the only baseball player to win Most Valuable Player awards in both the National and American leagues?
Babe Ruth.
As Frank Robinson. In 1961, he won with the Reds, and in 1966 with the Orioles in the American League.
And with that, we have finished 4 rounds of play. We have 9 teams still in the game. To start off our 5th round, we have the team from Crestwood Communities.
Our category is animals and other living things. What breed of dog is an excellent swimmer and retriever and was trained to herd fish into fishermen's nets and retrieve lost tackle or broken nets? 2 of them were the first dogs during the Obama administration.
Portuguese water dog?
You know, Cindy, I called a friend in Portugal. You know what they call them there?
Water dogs?
Water dogs, yeah.
Coming up next, we have the team from Foothill Christian Schools.
Our category is food for thought. Before candy corn was marketed as a Halloween treat during the 1950s, What was this Colonel Candy called?
Corn.
Chicken feed. Again, I'll be happy to give you Tom's home address when this is over.
And with that, please put your hands together as we say goodbye to Foothill Christian Schools. Up next, we have the Glendora Chamber of Commerce.
Our category is pen to paper. The plot and cast of characters in Disney's The Lion King mirrors closely and has its narrative roots in what?
Hamlet.
I was really looking forward to say Elizabethan.
BA English Literature, APU, 1985.
What do you say? Hey, can I still say Elizabethan? Because I was looking forward to getting that correct.
Up now we have HMG Law Firm.
Our category is Let Me Entertain You. In 1993, Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and Ryan Gosling joined what television variety show? Thank you.
The Musketeers.
Was it Mickey's Playhouse?
Can you expand on that?
No, Mickey's Playhouse.
I also have Joe's home address too, so wow.
Coming up next, we have implantasmile.com.
Our category is STEM to STEAM. What procedural computer programming language was introduced in 1970 and was named after a 16th century French mathematician and physicist?
Pascal.
Up next, the Kiwanis Club of Glendora.
Here we go.
You didn't yell.
Yay.
Our category is sports and leisure. The measuring device known as a stimp meter is used in what sport?
Long jump.
Answer is golf.
Please put your hands together as we say goodbye to the Kiwanis Club of Glendora. Up next, we have Shepherd's Pantry.
Our category is real people. What popular duo started out as Tom and Jerry when they began their music career in 1957?
Simon and Garfunkel.
Do we get an extra point if we can figure out which one was the cat?
Up now, we have Southland Properties.
Our category is odds and ends. Known as the world's smallest army, what is the name of the military unit charged with the security of the Vatican?
Swiss Guard.
Up next, we have Visiting Angels.
Our category is STEM to STEAM. James D. Watson and Francis H.C. Crick won the 1962 Nobel Prize in Medicine for their discovery of the structure of what?
DNA.
With that, we have reached the end of 5 rounds. We have 7 teams in the game. To start off round 6, we have Crestwood Communities.
Our category is pen to paper. What is the subtitle of Mary Shelley's novel, Frankenstein?
Putting on the Ritz.
The answer is the modern Prometheus.
With that, please put your hands together as we say goodbye to Crestwood Communities. Coming up now, we have the Glendora Chamber of Commerce, the only team yet to have missed a question.
And the only team to do a little cheer after their last. Our category is real people. What is the pen name of William Sidney Porter, who wrote short stories in prison and authored The Gift of the Magi?
Is it O. Henry?
Yes,
It
thank
is?
you. Yes.
O. Henry.
Up next, we have HMG Law Firm.
Our category is odds and ends. What was the name of the gang of outlaws that included Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid?
The Rough Riders. I know it's not.
The Hole in the Wall Gang.
Please put your hands together as we say goodbye to Havens, Malzinski, Grigola Law Firm. Up next, we have implantasmile.com.
Our category is sports and leisure. In 1952, what was the first toy advertised on television?
Hula hoop?
Repeat the answer, please.
The hula hoop?
The hula hoop. Very close.
Please put your hands together as we say goodbye to implantasmile.com. Up next, we have Shepherd's Pantry.
Our category is Let Me Entertain You. 1985's Live Aid for Ethiopian famine relief was a dual-venue concert held simultaneously in London and in what U.S. city?
New York.
Philadelphia.
Please put your hands together as we say goodbye to Shepherd's Pantry. Coming up next, we have Southland Properties.
Our category is pen to paper. The Hank Zipser book series, which follows the everyday adventures of a boy with learning challenges, was written by what American actor, director, comedian, and author?
Henry Winkler.
Hey.
Up next, we have Visiting Angels.
Our category is real people. Who won the 2016 Nobel Prize in Literature for having created new poetic expressions within the great American song tradition?
Bob Dylan.
With that, we have reached the end of round 6. We have 3 teams left in the game. Okay, so our 7th round, we're going to start off with the Glendora Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, welcome back. Our category is pen to paper. What 1927 Pulitzer Prize-winning book by Thornton Wilder tells the story of 5 people who die when an Incan rope bridge collapses?
No exit.
The Bridge of San Luis Rey. His
Coming up
preceding
next.
book was Should We or Shouldn't We?
Coming up next, we have Southland Properties.
Our category is real people. Who was William Shakespeare's wife?
Anne Hathaway.
He married young.
Coming up next, we have Visiting Angels.
Tom literally left me a note. There's no way they'll get to this point. So I'm just going to cross that off. Our category is characters. Jamie Lynn Sigler played Tony Soprano's daughter on the HBO series The Sopranos. What was her character's name? Meadow.
And with that, please put your hands together as we say goodbye to Visiting Angels. As we start our 8th round, we have 2 teams left in the game. Both teams have missed a single question. Because of this, we will be operating a little bit differently. We will play through each complete round. So if our first team does miss their question, they may still stay alive as long as the second team also misses their question. So we will be playing as complete rounds. So first up, we have the Glendora Chamber of Commerce. Like towards the back and then, perfect.
Okay,
Don't do that.
our category is sports and leisure. During the 1976 Montreal Olympics, Boris Onashenko was caught cheating in what sport?
Okay, was he a weightlifter?
The answer is fencing.
So Southland Properties, if they get this answer correct, will be crowned our winners. But no pressure. No pressure.
Okay, our category is real people. How do we better know singer-songwriter Alicia Beth Moore, whose stage name comes from a character in the film Reservoir Dogs?
Aaliyah?
Pink.
And with that, we move on to the 9th round with the Glendora Chamber of Commerce.
Our category is food for thought. Tiger paw, Bangalore torpedo, Scotch bonnet, and Aji Brazilian starfish are all what?
Hot peppers?
Yes. There are also seasonal donuts at the Donut Man.
Southland Properties, to stay alive, you must get this answer correct.
Our category is on the map. Lesotho is an African country completely landlocked by what other African country?
Soweto?
South
With that,
Africa.
Please put your hands together as we say goodbye to Southland Properties. Guys, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, we're going to formally announce the winners now.
I believe we are, yes. So our second place team this afternoon, congratulations to Southland Properties. Faster than I expected. And congratulations to the Glendora Public Library Friends Foundation's Great Trivia Challenge 28 winners, the Glendora Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, I want to thank everybody for coming, supporting the library, all the volunteers. Bathroom.
There's still some goodies over there, so please grab some to take and enjoy with dinner. We really appreciate you joining us tonight and supporting the library and the Friends Foundation. See you next year.